Ladies and gentlemen, I am not back with Mike Husky Lamond, as much as I love being that way. I am here with the winner of yesterday's Nuke Fire map. It is Liquid Tyler.
What's up, guys?
Now, Tyler, you performed a brilliant series of nuke dodges. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as I said in the pre-match interview, I trained for that my whole life, and I wasn't lying. That's how I spend my time, is dodging nukes. So I was really happy for this opportunity to show off that skill.
And of course, now you know that your next round opponent will be, of course, the winner of yesterday's match, Illusion. Are you feeling fairly confident going up against him on the Storm map?
If these people will help me out, I have all the confidence in the world. Will you guys help me out?
Oh my God. Oh, you are so sweet. Now, of course, you didn't get the chance to play on the jungle map. If you did get the chance to get to the finals, you would be playing on that. What were your thoughts on how it panned out? What would you want to happen to you?
My heart goes out to Select. That was brutal. That was very brutal. You guys were a little bit mean.
And they laughed like, we were awful, weren't we?
Yeah. But that Terran you discovered, I never heard of him before. He was really good. His Protoss teammate that you pulled from the crowd, not so great.
Well, Sassifer, are you still out there? Sassifer, yeah. Sassifer, the man managed to do quite well. Now, I just have one more question for you coming up. It's that we have Bomber going up against BlinG, a PvT where the skills of the players don't necessarily matter at all. How do you think the match will play out?
I think BlinG has some tricks up his sleeve. I was sitting and watching that map with him, and we were discussing strategy a little bit, and I think he's going to pull something out.
It's amazing how that's the sort of thing that we say in commentary, but it doesn't actually mean anything right now. That was great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and throw to a highlight of the Red Bull Battlegrounds that happened recently in Austin, Texas. Because when we come back, the players have just finished setting up. We're going to introduce them, and then we're going to get into some more gameplay. See you then. Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. And as a result, we're going to step directly into match 2 now. It's time to introduce our first player, a GSL Code A champion from Team StarTale and Korea. And though you might not know it, he's totally goofy. His name is StarTale's Bomber! And translating for him will be Select! All right, Select, I would like it if you could help translate some questions for us to Bomber. Bomber, you've gotten the chance to see the absolute ridiculousness that has gone on. How are you feeling heading into this game?
기분이 어떠냐고.
He says he's pissed and he wants to play right now. Whether that's true or not, don't worry, because I'll start providing the translation soon enough. Bomber, what sort of begs and pleas do you have for the audience to treat you kindly in this match?
그 얘네들이 너 운명을 막 정하잖아. 그러니까 이렇게 원하는 게 뭐냐고.
게임 최대한 재밌게 할 테니까 많이
Talk into the
도와달라고.
microphone.
I'll try make a game fun. So please help me.
Now, the most important aspect of that whole thing is he grabbed the microphone like a rapper. True confidence out of Startail Bomber. Nice. Let's just go ahead and introduce our second player. Coming out from the UK, known for his incredible dance moves and dash cunning tattoo artwork. It is from Team Dignitas, BlinG! Dignitas BlinG in his Michael Keaton wear. Actually, wait a minute. Can you hold this up to the camera? Is that real plastic? Now, of course, BlinG, I want to begin by asking one of the most relevant questions to this upcoming match. Tell us about how you got your sense of style. Yeah, I put you on the spot, didn't I, BlinG? And the audience will too throughout the match. Give us anything to chew on.
What is this? Come on.
Well, BlinG, how about this? You just got the chance to see the craziness that happened on that jungle map. Was there any particular ability that you liked or that frightened you?
I like the banelings blowing up. Blings and banelings, you know, it works, so yeah.
Right on, BlinG! Banelings and blings. And of course, let's just ask the standard question. The crowd is going to decide your fate with cheers. With chants and choruses of banelings dropping, rampant workers going everywhere, mutation pickups being planted in the middle of the map, what do you have to say to them to help them be on your side?
Okay, so I just got Starbucks, a tea, and I got some spare tea bags, so if you guys hook me up with infestors and whatnot, I can hook you up with a spot of tea, so...
You know, I really wish that in the universe the Xel'Naga were really that easy to bribe. Like, tea? Oh, sure, let's gift that race with all sorts of blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, with our two players up, though we are unfortunately slightly low on time, doesn't mean that we can't bring up two amateurs to play with these players. Do we have our amateurs who had their cards up? Who got the cards at the start? Got the cards at the start. All right. On Team Bomber will be the 9 of spades. And on Team BlinG, Team T, it's going to be the 9 of clubs. Is, yes, 2 from the right. You are now bonded at the hip together. You are now teams. You will work together in unison to avoid the fate that will be hurled at you from afar. And by that, I mean these people here. Since we have to be out of here by midnight, ladies and gents, let's hop into the match now. It appears we have a dissenter. Evil Genius's iNcontroL has departed before giving us the essential tidbits about Millennium Stefano, or shall we call him Once Upon a Time Millennium Stefano. Now he's just plain old Stefano out on the free market. People were asking about him joining EG, and he threw his head back and laughed, and then left. Hopefully we'll see him on Saturday night.
I sure hope so as well. And I'm sure iNcontroL would just love it if all 10,000 of you just kept tweeting at him about it.
Ah.
He would really appreciate a friendly reminder every 5 seconds.
That's right. His Twitter is EG iNcontroL.
Of course.
Naturally. And it looks like players are just going to be getting into the game fairly soon. Excellent. Now, again, we're going to be starting things off on our Tal'Darim Altar jungle map. The destructible rocks, I'm curious, how did you think they played out? I mean, iNcontroL got clearly trapped a couple of times there.
I think Select kind of got owned as well. He was saying in the interview there that it kind of hinders your income when there's a destructible rock blocking every single mineral patch.
Yes.
So not good for him, and also helps drag out the game a lot longer. So
yeah,
if you want to be here for another hour and a half on one game, just keep hitting that rock button.
But that's something that's actually pretty interesting is the way the mutation pickups panned out, especially dropping a couple thousand of them right at the start of the game, getting to see those SCVs at maximum hit points, dealing a billion damage a shot. I'm curious, does anyone have a favorite ability that they've seen thus far? It's a split between mutations and banelings.
I think people like just stuff exploding. That's what I've decided.
I will agree, explosions are certainly quite awesome. And you know, looks like Bomber stepped into a match just to get his settings correct, but part of me hopes that he was in there trying to warm up, making sure that he plays optimally before we just plant banelings right under his worker line and kill all of them.
You know what, Sean? In my alternate reality, I like to imagine that you informed everyone what was going on in this tournament except for Bomber. And he thinks that this is like a legit 1v1 match with lots of money on the line, and then he's like, what the hell is this?
You know, that's actually a good point. Because, I mean, for instance, mutation pickups, I don't know how that exactly translates over into Korean. You don't really see that a lot in normal language, like on a subway or something like that. But it looks like we have the colors set up appropriately. It's going to be Team Bomber in blue and Team BlinG in red. Hot Shot. It's going to be on the Team Bomber.
I do like how we have Hot Shot and less QQ, please.
That's great. Those are two excellent names.
Very fitting for the tournament that we're going to be having here. The countdown timer has begun. This is going to be the last match for today, but of course, we're going to be using all 3 maps tomorrow. And I got to say, the Storm map is actually absurd.
Yes.
And that's why we saved it for last, because it's best for last.
Now it looks like we're getting started on the map. Oh my god, look at that. BlinG like a poker player, leaving his sunglasses on indoors while he plays. He's trying to make sure that we don't get a tell on him. Well, we just bombed his worker line with banelings. I can't tell what his reaction is, Mike.
Oh, indeed. Up in the north. It is what team is that? We have Hotshot.
This is going to be Team Bomber in the top left, consisting of none other than from StarTale, Bomber, and in the top left, the gentleman unbeknownst by pretty much anyone, but could prove to be a contender with the pros. It's Hotshot.
And the other team making up the right side of the map. What did he say his new team was? It is Team T, consisting of BlinG and his opponent.
Or his ally.
Ally, same thing. Less QQ, please.
Now, I heard the pleas of the audience, and I hear that they have a favorite particular ability, so I'm just going to go ahead and get things started right away.
I would hate to be a scouting worker.
Well, so would the scouting worker, Mike. We're just going to go ahead and coat these up. Excellent. Vision comes at a price in this game. But at this point in time, BlinG is just building himself a gateway, as expected. Looks like players are going for the classic gateway first because they don't know if a 6-pool or a Karak invasion is coming.
They're going for Rock and Rush, man. But I don't know what to expect here at all, but make sure to vote online, redbullusa.com/land. You can actually vote in the audience, too, if you're that suave. Actually, I don't know if you get cell phone reception in here, but either way, you can try and influence the game twice as much. Those are like Hotshot going to be walling in here just a little bit.
Looks like the gateways are completing at a fairly typical time. StarTale's Bomber is, let's check the APM tab.
There he is.
Oh, Bomber takes messing around very seriously.
Sean, it is confirmed his hands are literally on fire. I can see him. He is but a foot away.
Wow.
Now up to 400.
This is the sort of player who dedicates to... Wow, same story with BlinG. These are the sort of players who would get up at 5 a.m. for that board game day with everyone at home.
And just practice away to slaughter little Timmy, who's only 8 years old.
Now the real question is, can these players... Wow, look at this. 3 Prodosses in the game. This is the most Protoss-heavy match we've seen.
Oh, there we go.
And we took a look at Bomber.
And he looks utterly confused. This is going to be great.
Focus, unbroken BlinG. Twilight Council going down. looks like BlinG might be Dark Templar rushing, or he might be going BlinG, which is a great way to get away from these burrowed Baneling minefields. And of course, online audience had the opportunity to give us some information on how many destructible rocks they wanted.
Gee, I wonder which one's going to win today, Sean.
Is it IBLE, ABLE?
Table. I think it's table. Whatever. Just go with it.
Destructible rocks incoming. Let's find out that poll from the online audience. How many of those destructible debris they want? Ooh, and look at this bomber. Oh my goodness.
Narrowly avoiding those right there. I think the Reaper can outrun those, but regardless, he's going to continue to try and harass with this. Oh, he's good.
Wow.
He's so good his units don't actually activate Banelings.
That's actually quite incredible coming around the backside. Now, believe it or not, guys, the online audience wanted how many destructible rocks? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, someone got owned. Who's that in the top right side?
Oh, no.
Oh, that could not have come at a worse time. Although he does have the Stalker here to deal with this, so he should be okay. He's got his Zealot out as well. And that's got to be huge because he needs to start working on these rocks immediately. And I believe that, yeah, both players. Looks like Hotshot up in the top left getting kind of owned by that as well. So thankfully for BlinG, though, he did get that Zealot first, Stalker first as well, so going to be able to clean that up. He's completely walled in, almost, it looks like.
Yeah, it
with
looks
that
like
one.
BlinG going to go ahead and expand here. I mean, you'll get the resources back at some point anyways. And look at this, the Dark Shrine. Now, guys, this could be a pretty big twist. Do we want to reveal this to everyone? You know, I think it's time to start using our colored bracelets. If you want it revealed, give me a blue for yes. If you don't want it revealed, give me a red for no.
That's a lot of red.
It looks overwhelmingly red, guys. No reveal. The Dark Shrine stays hidden.
Don't worry, they'll probably be killed off by Banelings anyway. Rock's going to be going down now for the top right side. Less QQ, please. Able to clean that up easily. Also setting up pylons at every corner of his base so we can see exactly what's going on. Sort of a 4-gate here, but he just doesn't have that much, that many units
a little bit
yet.
Concerned where the DT's going. Oh my God, they managed to make their way all the way through. Oh, they're going into Bomber's base. He has most of his upgrades, but he has no more energy. Unreal.
Unfortunately for him, he did have that supply depot raised. All of a sudden, he is going to have to retreat here. Not breaking a sweat at all, though. Looking over there, he's just going to have to make sure to keep running as best as possibly can. He does have them trapped now. He's trapped one of them, but unable to have enough energy for 2 scans, but he does scan it. He spots both of them. Can he clean it up? One goes down. Down goes the second as well.
An excellent defense by StarTails Bomber. And now Les QQ, please, trying to do his best to step in to the center match.
Although, notice how Bomber's really just going for pure Marauder here, so he's going to be able to hold it off. But it looks like BlinG
rushing for DTs to kill off rocks.
They do have a lot of DPS there, Sean.
As Dustin Browder intended.
Indeed. And it does look like that's going to be just fine. Observer on the way, which is a great idea considering there are cloaked burrowed Banelings. I guess they're not technically cloaked, but they're definitely invisible. And looks like he's going to safely make it through there. But I do like how Bomber's making a lot of Marauders. Sean, how well do Marauders do versus Critters?
They do quite well. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a Critter Catastrophe coming up. There's too many rocks. BlinG doesn't even know which one to attack.
Oh, he's attacking the correct one there if he hopes to expand anytime soon. But here comes the Critter Catastrophe. We're about to find out how good 2 DTs are versus an unlimited amount of Critters and Banelings. But here they come. Bomber going to be able to microverse these well because he does have a lot of Marauders. BlinG, though, keep in mind, BlinG went crazy macro mode here. He's got a lot of units, a lot of workers, excuse me, but not a lot of units.
He's trying to do his best. We're only 30 seconds into this. There's Critters assaulting all different sides of the map. It looks like Hotshot using the rocks.
Nice.
Well played. A true Hotshot indeed. And there BlinG, again using the DTs.
Oh, the DTs do a lot of damage, almost one-shotting them, I believe.
The Critters have no detection, Mike.
It's true. It's true. Got to be coming down here with his army to try and help out. Oh, but the wall has been breached. You're taking a lot of damage from those Critters. They get a complete surrender with more reinforcing units. What are you to do here? Do you have to give up the expansion? Looks like the answer may be yes. Zealots holding their own very well. The DT, though, does take splash damage.
Wow, Bomber's actually not had any guys go at him yet. He's been completely left alone. He's wondering what the big deal is. He's actually thirsty for a fight. He's going to be moving down to the bottom right. It's under heavy fire from these Karaks.
And does he decide to attack, or is he just going to hang out right there? So far, the Crocs are doing all the damage that they need to, so he doesn't really need to engage there. The Archons are now done, though.
Oh, my God.
Splash damage, hello. Just can focus down those Banelings easily.
Well, you know, the interesting thing about banelings is that they don't actually have a time limit. They just keep going for the whole game.
And the Archon's doing a good job here, hanging on. Look at the range of that Archon on the left.
Oh,
but
hot
this
shot, though.
expansion getting taken out. Those probes have no chance of escape.
Looks like Bomber's looking for an opportunity
No,
in,
he's
but
just like, go ahead, guys. He is such a gentleman. He always lets the Crocs go first.
that's like that bully who's been messing with you all the time, and you go to his house to stand up to him, but it's being invaded by zombies. And you're like, I'll just go home.
Yeah,
I don't
take your time.
In the meantime, it looks like Hotshot managed to successfully stay alive at the cost of everything. Yeah, everything he had is actually dead now. Bomber now securing the expansion that
Oh dear.
gets surrounded. And you know, I will say, I don't know if this has ever happened to someone, when you get paired on the ladder with someone really, really good, and you kill off anything he has, your body gets flooded with adrenaline. You're like, maybe I'll win.
I have a chance.
Less QQ, please, killing off Bomber's Marauders. The adrenaline no doubt coursing through his veins. As the online audience now going to be asking where they, what sort of special ancient relics we want to be thrown down into the jungle. But wow, less QQ, please.
Nice.
Good predicting. BlinG just mowed right through all the banelings on his side.
Cleaning out these destructible rocks as well, and the Observer there going to be spotting all these. Great work by him, not only killing out Bomber's units, but detecting, even going to be aggressive here. He does have the Colossus tech on the way. We do also see, though, that one of the players already has got Thermal Lance on the way. Looks like Bomber should be okay here, even if he engaged that directly. I think he's going to be just fine, although I don't know about the reinforcing Stalkers here, but there is going to be a poll in just a moment popping up here to see exactly how it's going to affect the game. However, the Stalkers got to be pushing up here. I think Bomber's pretty well prepared.
So it looks like the choice is mutation pickups. Bang, bang, bang. Mutation pickups are now in the middle of the map. BlinG starting to storm forward. Things are looking quite dangerous for Bomber as BlinG is continuing to pick up crates. Factory Scout from Bomber.
Now Bomber's going to make sure not to sit back for too long. He needs to try and get out there. The Archon. This is going to be ridiculous. It has 100 HP. Sean, he should get the armor upgrade because that's the only time it's ever going to be good.
And you know, I'm liking the overall look of this, and I say why not? Let's just put a few more there. This will hopefully encourage players to start stepping out into the middle of the map. Looks like BlinG does have his Mega Archon.
Oh my god.
Gaining maximum health. And now does 35 plus 66 to biological. And looks like Less QQ Please has a bunch of green Uber Stalkers.
Looks like Bomber realizing, hey, I've got to try and catch back up here with this. He does have one Marine, going to be grabbing those. Might be a better choice to go ahead for the Marauders here, although a supercharged Marine might be pretty awesome indeed. I do like the try and decide, is it better to get one super unit or go for a lot of much stronger units? Bomber picking up quite a few. The Colossus is going to get two-shot, no three-shot by this Archon.
A demonstration.
I'm definitely entertained.
Like
to get more and more of these.
BlinG continuing to gobble them up.
Couple pretty strong cards here. He could take out the Stalkers, though. And you got to remember that Bomber, that's going to even the score here a lot.
Wow, Bomber's units, a nice distribution of health on all those units.
But the Colossus here might have to load up. He's going to try to take it down, and
Where
he does.
The Mega
but
Archon?
There's the Ultra Archon. Oh, my. No. Archon says, I'm going to go ahead and become more powerful.
Archon still queuing up.
300, and he has more health than he does shields. I would just like to point that out.
You know, this is the sort of thing that can go ahead and tip the balance of things.
It would slightly affect the game, I feel like, now that it does plus 187 damage.
And of course, he got the +1 upgrade, so he also gets an extra 2 base. And +4 to biological, so that'll...
Gotta help him out quite a bit, Sean.
Now, at this point in time, these players have been fairly passive.
Ooh, the sentries are very vulnerable, realizing he's gonna have to back out right there.
Bomber's gearing, or it looks like...
And unfortunately, Bomber, I mean, he's got a couple of units here, but how do you deal with that Uber Archon?
Well, looks like the crowd calls for some infestors. Guys, does Bomber need some infestors to hold off this attack? Let's go ahead and add it on. The Mega Infestors will be planted.
I just want to lean over and watch Bomber try and figure out how to do this. There we go. He grabbed them. He's hovering over the tooltips to attempt to read them.
And it looks like...
Now, is he going to throw out the neural parasite? How much energy? Did they start with enough energy? I'm not sure.
They start with maximum energy. The fungal growth does ridiculous damage.
Oh, there it goes. Gets a huge fungal growth. He decides to chain the Fungal Growth. A good choice here. It's going to be cleaning up those units.
Oh!
God.
Rampant workers, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
Rampant workers.
Why would you do such a thing? Bomber's like, dear God, no.
Looks like BlinG stepping into the action. The workers are huge. Can Bomber hold it off? But does Bomber realize that his own workers are huge?
Oh, he did load up, so he did know he's in a lot of trouble here. He's got to unload on the low ground. Where did the infestors go? They're currently burrowed right there.
And it looks like, the army of Hotshot trying to go for a counterattack.
Need to watch out for the Banelings, though. Minimal damage being dealt here.
Uh-oh. Moment one, Banelings. In the meantime, the Rampant Workers truly dealing massive damage. The Archons trying to help through, but the only thing really helping those workers from getting to the Archons are BlinG's workers.
Looks like BlinG is going to retreat here. Ooh. Oh, is it going to be enough to kill him? Remember, these are the Uber ones. Nope, it's going to take a lot more than that. Are they going to detonate? Nope, not able to kill anything there.
In the meantime, the workers, oh no, going up against the Stalkers.
Hotshot, no, what have you done? Need to be careful there. He does get the complete surround, the one Colossus.
Ouch!
And you know what BlinG's strategy was just to make a lot of workers who Chrono boosting them out the entire time. So many DTs warping in. Can he actually kill off the Nexus? That would be huge, but at the same time, he's had to relocate his main base. And down it does go. I don't know if he's brought over the Infestors or not yet.
These are only going to last for 7 more seconds.
Oh, this is going to be awkward. BlinG's got to be careful.
The teamwork between Les QQ and BlinG. Uh-oh.
Oh, a huge Fungal. Oh, so many! So many have gone down. And also the Nero Parasite being utilized very well here. Bomber trying to focus down the Nexus, but the DTs are going to town. He keeps unloading the units, and now right on top of the DTs, unable to finish the job. He does have the base in the center left, but...
Workers, please, says Hotshot. Well, let's find out what the online poll actually wanted to have happen in this situation. Hotshot begging. Oh, we have to wait to see what happened. With so many Banelings, whose mineral line should be destroyed? Both pro players. Well.
All right, well, we destroyed that one. That one's already taken care of.
All right. Bomber, BlinG. I'm sorry. This is hard for me, Mike.
It's okay, Sean.
Mike, this is totally easy for me. I'm totally messing around. Oh! Oh, look, wait, there's some workers being transferred. Let's make sure we get those included. And, wait, Bomber? Wait. He said GG. Wait, hold on. Oh, he said GG on Allied Chat. All right, GG! Team BlinG wins! Bomber accidentally typing in Allied Chat. Few things, though, would please me more than the idea of a professional GSL Code S player saying, this Xel'Naga thing was bullshit. Those rampant workers were rigged against me. And I would be like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed they were.
Most likely. He's got his poker face on there, though, behind the shades. I realized I've changed my outfit, like, back and forth 3 or 4 times.
Actually, well, you're wearing a different outfit,
We should, like,
That's
swap shirts. It'd be great. Kind of awkward, but that's